Hello my lovelies, welcome back to another reading vlog type video, but today I'm going to do my bookish besties pick my reads. And I have had an idea to do this with like book talk friends and stuff, but this first time I'm going to be doing it with my real life friends who are also bookish friends. I'm gonna pick out some books. I'm gonna give each friend 2 options and then have them pick between. I've got a few in mind that I actually want them to pick. So I've got myself a matcha with my little bamboo straw. It says fuck mornings. The first person I'm going to ask is my friend Amber. Me and Amber met online on Twitter in a group chat when I was 12 and she was 13. So we've known each other for a very long time. She loves these 2 books. I was looking through my TBR that I've got with me at uni and I was thinking, what has she read? And to be fair, she's read quite a lot of my TBR, I think. But the ones I've decided are romance with a little summery vibe, because obviously we're going into summer. I've got my cute little yellow cardigan on and I really feel like a romance. Obviously I just don't feel like going out of my box yet. So first pick, I have Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. I'll be honest, I do not remember much about what this book is about. However, I do remember seeing it all over TikTok might be a few years ago now. I've heard it's very similar to Love and Other Words, which is why a lot of people like it. Next pick is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. And once again, childhood friends to lovers. I'm gonna send Amber a photo of these 2 and ask her opinion. And I honestly cannot predict which one she's gonna pick. I remember her liking both of them, if I remember rightly. I'm not really bothered which one she picks either. I want to read both. So I've just messaged Amber a photo of both of them and said that I think she's gonna struggle. She's just replied saying, "Hi girlie, you're killing me with this, but I have an unpopular opinion and actually will say that I found Every Summer After was better than Love and Other Words. Especially with summer approaching, I think you'll really enjoy it. It was an easy 5 stars for me." So that is our book. We are going to start off this video by reading Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. I'm excited. I don't know much at all. From flicking through just then, the titles of the chapters seem to be like present and past, like not like dual POVs and people, it's more like flashbacks. So I'm excited to get into this with my little matcha and we're gonna read. I can't wait. To be fully transparent, I read about 35 pages and I had a nap. But I didn't even have a proper nap because I didn't fall asleep. But it is now 12:30. So, time to read more. My plan is I'm going to read more, then I'm going to get on with my little daily tasks. I've got to clean stuff and then I'll read more after that, hopefully. But if I'm struggling this time, then I'll just get on with my cleaning and then I'll treat myself with the read. Okay. Hi again, everybody. So, update on whereabouts I'm up to. I am on chapter 11, which is page 171. We're back on the now timeline. It's basically every other chapter. It flips between now and however long it was when they were in the summer together. And I'm really enjoying it. I feel like it's quite fast-paced with telling the story of how they got to know each other in the first place and how their connection grew and like was built so fast. And I really do enjoy that because it's helping me just get through it, that I didn't even realise I'd read 170 pages. So if we put aside my nap, I do not know how long I've been reading today. So I'm going to make myself a matcha. I have a call at 4 p.m, but I'm going to try and make my late night book club thumbnail before then and have another matcha. And then I also need to edit that late night book club. I need to put these videos so far hopefully onto my hard drive so I can start editing. And then I wanted to clean my bathroom and hoover and kind of clean my room, but I don't know if that one's going to be an option because obviously I'm enjoying this. I'm over halfway through now because it's literally like 300 pages, near enough exactly. That's how much I've read, that's how much I've got left. Also, look how cute this new cardigan is. I have a grey vest top on underneath, so it looks a bit weird. I would do it to the top, however, it is really hot at the minute in the UK because of the heat wave that we've got. So I'm scared of getting too hot because I literally don't know until I'm like sweating. So, little ruffles, it's so cute. I promise I did make my bed. I've just been reading in it, so I don't know if there's any point in remaking it. Hello again, everybody. So last night I had my tea and I also was doing some editing of the late night book club and stuff like that, so I didn't get to read anymore. So I'm still on page 171 or 170 of Every Summer After. I have a few appointments today, so I'm gonna hopefully try and finish it before I have the appointments. I'm not sure, I've got quite a bit on my to-do list. I don't know when this video is coming out, probably in a little bit, but there has just been a fire in Manchester yesterday as I'm filming this, and that's kind of the way I'm walking to my appointments, so I'm a little bit skeptical about what I'm gonna do there. I did message Amy last night, and Amy is one of my best friends. I absolutely love her. If you're ever wondering who did all of these beautiful tattoos that I've got, Amy. I went to get my first ever tattoo, which is that one, from Amy when I was like a month after I turned 18. Literally, it has always been my dream to be covered in tattoos, and we clicked, like we were just there. And then I went back, I got two of the same girl, and we realised how similar we are, and now we are literally best friends. So I've messaged Amy, and Amy takes a while to reply because she's a busy woman. So I messaged her last night and I gave her the option between Wild and Wrangled by Lela Sage, which is the last in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. Before I started this video, I have just finished Lost and Lassoed. So obviously I want to read this because like I've mentioned in a late night book club, I really struggle with finishing series. But this series is one that I'm actually really interested in, and the series is done. So once I finish this, I'll be done. Also given her the option of Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. Now, this is a book that has been on my TBR for so long. I remember watching Steph Bora's videos years ago and seeing her talk about this and being like, I need that series. But the series in general is really long. This is the only one I've got. It's so nice and floppy. I like that. Sent her a picture of these two. Well, I sent her a picture of these two last night. They're the options I've given her. I've said, hi my love, for a video I'm having my bookish friends choose my reads. So I've got two options here for you to pick between if you'll help. Wild and Wrangled is the last of a cowboy romance series. Addicted to You is a romance I've had on my TBR for a while about two addicts. So, giving her a little synopsis, a little brief overview, and I'm excited to see which one she'll pick. I have a feeling she will pick Wild and Wrangled. She is a big cowboy romance fan. She's not read Rebel Blue Ranch that I'm aware of, but she has read Chestnut Springs and loves it. So I do think she will go for that, which is obviously kind of the one I want right now. I want to read both, but obviously I do want to finish the series before I kind of move on, forget about it, and then have to go back and get all confused. That's just how I am. Today's plans are to try and get more through Every Summer After. Yes, I break my spines. I want to talk about it. 53% through right now, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I don't know if I've quite got that 5-star feeling. It's really reminding me of like tropes in the summer I Turn Pretty. I think it's just because it's like a summer house and like a love interest there. So I'm excited to see how it's going to end. Hopefully it will end happily. I also have Carly Fortune's other book that came out after this. I think it's Meet Me at the Lake. I don't know if that's a sequel or if that's completely different and they're standalones, but I do have that one, so hopefully if I do enjoy this I will read that one soon as well. But obviously we're going to do this video first, wrap this video up, and I'll see where we get up to. So I love Sam, but girls, if a man breaks up with a girl for you, if a man breaks up with a girl and then immediately shows interest in you, or showed interest while he was with the girl, then breaks up with the girl and then shows interest in you again, no, Sam! I want Sam and Percy together, but that is such a red flag. That is so bad. I'm gonna keep reading. Hopefully I won't think he's a red flag anymore. There's a quote I've just read and it's really reminding me of one of my favourite quotes from Magnolia Parks. So it's just, they're at the funeral now. Percy's in a dialogue says, I lean in to give him a hug and it feels like coming home and saying goodbye and 4,000 days of longing. Wow. It really reminds me of, in Magnolia Parks, there's a quote similar to, he laughs and for some reason I feel like I'm ringing the doorbell of the home I grew up in. And that is the same vibe to me, and that is making me really happy. But I'm on page 216. I'm not going to read too much more right now because I am going to have to leave soon. So I'm not going to finish it before I have to go. But plan is to finish it today. Woo! I've just finished the epilogue. 304 pages. I really did like this, and I'm excited to get on to the next book. I will collect my thoughts overnight and we'll let you know tomorrow before we start. I'll pick from Amy. Good morning, everybody. I finished Every Summer After last night and I've decided I'm gonna rate it 4 stars. It could easily be higher, but the issue is that I just didn't get that 5-star feeling. I could bump it up to like 4.25, but I don't know if I'm being a bit too meticulous. But I wouldn't say it's quite a 4.5. You see what I'm saying? However, I did absolutely love it. It really reminded me of The Summer I Turned Pretty, and also My Life with the Walter Boys a little bit. The little twist that happened, kind of expected it, to be honest, but I just felt like the ending was really rushed, and that's why it isn't getting higher. But Amy replied with our next book choice. Amy replied saying, "Hey girly, ooh, that's so exciting. As a cowboy romance girly, I'm going to have to pick Wild and Wrangled." Like I predicted, she has picked Wild and Wrangled, which I'm so excited for. I can't wait. I'm so excited because I just want to finish this series. Like, for once I actually want to finish the series, like, right now. And I think it's because I know it's done, and because I just read Lost and Lassoed, that I'm like, I'm in this era. I do have a few little things I want to get done today though, and now it's time to start doing stuff. Then we will get into the very highly anticipated Wild and Wrangled. Woo! He has hand tattoos. Like, I'm sold. Hello again, my lovelies. Update time. So yesterday I did start Wild and Wrangled, but I will admit I spent most of the day doing little odd jobs, but also editing this video so far. And I'd be lying if I said that was a quick job. It has taken me a very long time so far, and obviously I've only read one book and we're up to like 15 minutes with the editing done. So that's how I spent most of yesterday. So I barely even made a dent into Wild and Wrangled. I'm on chapter 6, which is page 37. I have a call at 12, but it is 11 now. So I'm gonna put some Sarah on and read for about 45 minutes. Hopefully if the weather clears up, I'm gonna go on a walk, but if not, I will just probably keep reading. I will keep you updated. I have had my coffee and I'm feeling ready to read. Also, ignore the fake tan hands. As you can probably tell, I fake tan last night, so I also do need to do my makeup at some point, but for now we're just gonna read and watch something. Quick intermission, because I don't know if I've got a defected copy or if it's meant to be like that, because it looks printed on. But can you see all the splotches on my page? First I thought it was just decorative, but like there's some that literally cover words. I can still work out what it's saying. Does anybody else's copy of Wild and Wrangled just have random dots on it? I filmed straight after I had my tea, but I think it turns out I didn't. I have obviously put my hair up for reading time. I got this cute new bow clip. I shouldn't have put a clip in because now I'm like tossing and turning in my bed reading, but anyway, so I'd update you on where we're up to. I actually don't know when my last update was, but I am a little bit into chapter 25, which is page 180. I don't know where I left off with my update. I am enjoying it, but compared to the other Rebel Blue Ranch series books, I feel like it's very slow. And I'm around halfway, if not over. It feels like everything's just moving a lot slower than the other books do. Something I do like about them is that it's They're short, fast-paced, quick, easy romance, cowboy vibe. Nice. I loved Cam as a side character. However, some of you might not like me for this. I am not sure how I feel about Cam as a main character. I feel like it's very repetitive in terms of her family issues, which I completely understand. It's given us her background, but I feel like I'm just constantly getting told, like, yeah, her parents are strict, like a new level of strict. I think it might be in the back of my mind that it's the end of the series and I'm like, I just need to get it done, and maybe that's why. I'm not rushing it by any means, clearly, because it's, you know, I could have finished it by now. I've just not been as hooked on this one, especially compared to Lost and Lassoed. I think because Lost and Lassoed my top of the series, I just don't know how to feel about this one. Don't get me wrong, still love Lila Sage, still love all the characters and everybody's little mentions, but I think it's just, I don't know. Cam's just pissing me off a little bit occasionally. There's a man who's been writing love notes for you for years without seeing you in multiple countries. And he clearly must have ended on a bad note. And you have the opportunity to kiss him. You are about a centimetre away from it. You go now. Girl. Anyway, back to reading. I don't know how far I'm going to get through tonight. Background watch of choice is Sean McComb. I'll let you know how far I read up to, either the rest of tonight or in the morning. So it's been a few days and I'll be honest, I haven't read, and I've been at work every day. This is my first day off from work, and honestly I've just been so exhausted. My goal is to try and finish this book today. I've got a plan to go on a walk tomorrow. Tonight I'm going to Olivia Rodrigo, which I'm so excited for, but obviously we're on a bit of a time crunch and I am on page 205, which is chapter 28. And my feelings haven't changed since my last update. Like, obviously I'm still gonna finish it and I want to finish it, but it is definitely not my favourite in the series, and that's probably what's making me struggle, because I'm comparing it subconsciously to Lost and Lassoed. I have a fat bruise on my knee. This is the plan for today, to try and get some of this done with. Hopefully I can try and finish it. I've got about 100 pages, 120-ish, I think, pages left. But if I don't, I'm not going to beat myself up about it, because I know I've been struggling with it. So we're just going to read. The background noise of choice today is An Idiot Abroad season 1 complete, which somebody uploaded to YouTube and they are my favourite person for. An Idiot Abroad is what I grew up on. So I'm going to put on a little bit of Carl Pilkington moaning. Not like that. Dusty makes this book for me. You're a privilege, Cam. Being in your presence is a goddamn honour. Give me a man. That is a man. He wrote her a letter nearly every day for 8 years.
So it was sort of cladded.
8 years! 8 years of yearning! I love him. I love you, Dusty. I have finished Wild and Wrangles. I'm gonna collect my thoughts overnight again, but I did message Isabel and give her the option of As Good as Dead and the goal or the score, the fourth one in Off Campus. She has already replied saying As Good as Dead, so we're starting that one tomorrow. For now, the ending was very sweet. I liked how the pacing picked up a lot more near the end, but I will give my final rating and thoughts tomorrow. Okay, hello everyone. I'm feeling very nervous about filming, obviously in public. Also, I'm in a place where they literally film like TV, so I should be fine. And I've taken myself off to a little corner, but I've stopped off at Pret. I got a very berry croissant, and then I got an iced vanilla matcha. They had to do coconut milk because they ran out of oat milk, but it was really busy in there, so I'm not surprised. But I'm just gonna read. I did bring my Kindle, but I forgot to download As Good as Dead on my Kindle, so that's a bit annoying. But got my book, and I'll update you. Hello, my loves. So, time for an update because this video has actually taken me forever to film. In between, I have obviously moved back home, as you can tell by a little bit of a different setup. I have also been on holiday to Amsterdam. So, it's been quite a while since I managed to sit down and properly film thoughts, which is probably why the end of this video does seem rushed, and I do apologise. It's honestly just been like a whirlwind of a month. So I have actually finished this book a few days ago, but I didn't really have time to think about it and talk about it and really process my feelings. So as a reminder, our last book was As Good as Dead. As you can see, my bookmark was still in it. I read most of it on my Kindle. The bookmark I did choose though was the Murder Mystery Book Club. So I thought it fit. It didn't really match, but it fit. As you probably already know, As Good as Dead is the third book in A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. There is a novella that comes after called Killjoy, which I do need to get, but it is quite expensive for a novella. It's a series that I read the first two books of so long ago that I'm so glad Isabel did pick this, because I know she loves the series and I really wanted to finish the series, but with everything that was going on, it really took me so long to get to the point where I was like, yes, now I can't stop reading. And then I did get to that point. So I did end up finishing it quite quick once we got to about, maybe not even the halfway point, maybe like a third in, I really started getting into it. As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. I'm going to rate it 4.5 stars. I will have to go back and check my other ratings of the other books of the series, because this one is definitely the best. So the rating does need to reflect that, but it's between a 4.5 and a 4.75, but I think it's also quite a shame that I started it when I was in a moment of like a lot of stress. I definitely could have got through the entire book a lot quicker, but it was just once it started picking up more and we got past the like build up that I really was going for it. To wrap up this video, we read Every Summer After, which was Amber's pick, and I rated this a 4-star. I think it is 99.9% sure it is getting turned into a film or a series, which I'm so excited for. I have got One Golden Summer, which is about Charlie, the other brother, so I will get around to that at some point. I really did like Carly Fortune's writing. It was my first experience with her and I love it, so I do need to try the other ones. I've got Meet Me in the Lake as well, but I know that that one's not connected, but I will get around to that at some point as well, and it's definitely motivated me to read more summary books and also more books by Carly Fortune. I also read Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage. I rated this a 3.75. This was Amy's pick. Amy loves a cowboy romance, so I was not surprised, and I'm really glad I managed to finish the series, because the Rebel Blue Ranch series, so good. This was my least favourite in the series, but I think, as you can tell from what I said earlier on, it was more the characters than anything to do with the writing. I was just not so much of a fan, and I kind of knew that going in. Still a great series and would highly recommend the entire series. Lila Sage, I love you. And then finally we have As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson, which is Isabel's pick and the last in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series trilogy. And I've rated this a 4.75. I have just checked my Goodreads and I did put A Good Girl's Guide to Murder as a 5-star, but looking back on it now, I'd probably change that to a 4. And I'd change that to a 4.5. And I'll put this to a 4.75 maybe. This is definitely the best one in the series, and I'm so glad that I've finally finished the series. I just have the little novella to go. And I'd just like to say thank you all so much for tuning into this very long video. It has taken me so long to edit. I started editing it when I was reading every summer after, and then I'm not finished it now, obviously. I've only just got round to this part, so I'm sorry it's a bit rushed at the end as well. I've had quite a lot going on, but thank you so much for tuning in, and hopefully you guys like this little reading vlog. I know that I had a lot of positive feedback on my Redeeming 6 reading vlog that I did, so I'm hoping you guys enjoy this kind of content as well, and hopefully the editing and the reading time pays off for you guys to like it. I just want to say thank you, and I will see you in whatever my next video will be, hopefully a late night book club. Bye!